During the recent JI-TENGE, we had a situation where an inspector of police in the administration police had his hands chopped off by a tear gas canister. I want to talk about it from two sides. I want to talk about it from as a former police officer, and I also want to talk about tear gas to the youth that I see and handling of the things they do. I will start with the police. The way I've been seeing during the JI-TENGE riot, I believe that the current police officers do not attend adequate riot drills the way we used to attend. We used to attend riot drills in Kiganjo to an extent that even today the information is still in my head. But I'm getting an impression that when I've been looking at the security officers handling tear gas, I get the impression that it is not like a gun. It's not like a gun where you say a police officer who left Kiganjo and spent 10 to 15 years without shooting, his ability to shoot will be diminished. Tear gas is a very simple thing. But the thing is, I think during the training, if I were to know the chief instructor in the 3 campuses of recruit training schools in National Police Service, I would tell the chief instructor to add more lessons to riot drill. By this I say, during our time, okay, now recruits are going there for 9 months and we used to go there for 6 months. But I want to believe that the number of hours we spend being trained on riot drill and the number of hours a recruit is being trained on riot drill now, I think it is diminishing. And we should know how to use it's also called a grenade, tear gas canister. The people should use it because what many people think that some of these things are harmless, and we know that it is not harmless when accidents like this one for the inspector has happened. First of all, pole to the inspector from a senior ex-inspector. But then, as I will tell you, I think the inspector knows less than what a constable used to know during our time, as far as riot drill is concerned, and as far as handling of tear gas is concerned. Although Pole, he suffered whatever, but you see, this is something that could be, could be prevented. There are some things from the face value, they may seem as harmless, but they are lethal. They can even kill. For example, many of us do not know that rubber bullets can kill. Many of us do not know that blank bullets can burn somebody severely. And you see, if they burn you severely, they bring is it gangrene or something, they kuna ugonjwa funny here. You get that type of nini, and because of that, I'm trying to pronounce nashindwa gangrene. It may bring infection, which may kill you. So these things are live bullets. Hizi zingine blank and plastic bullets, if handled in a certain way, rubber bullets can kill. They can kill. So I think today's recruit may come out of even the demonstrator, both the recruit and the demonstrator may think that rubber bullets are just there for whatever, but it can be lethal. It can be lethal. So a recruit should be trained that from college, and a recruit should also be trained on matters of the tear gas. What I think may have happened, is that this policewoman had the tear gas canister, and she tried to operate it, but it didn't go the way she wanted, and she told the inspector, afande, hii ni kama imenishinda, and then the inspector did the unwise thing of holding the tear gas, and that is why the two hands were blown. Uh, imagine a red hot, what do you call, charcoal, a red hot charcoal the size of a blue band tin. Can you hold that? That is how a tear gas canister is. It is red hot at the time when it is fired. Now, anything made by, if God Himself made a man, and a man is not perfect, what of what a man has made? It is not perfect. Any machine can malfunction. So the first thing you do is that when this lady discovered that her tear gas canister, we call it, okay, that is what journalists call them. They call it tear gas canister. But in Kiganjo, it is called a tear gas grenade. And even when an inspector is telling you, because I'm a former inspector, if an inspector is telling you to throw a tear gas, he says, tupa grenade moja mbele ya adui, or tupa grenade moja nyuma ya adui. So the training of a grenade and the training of a tear gas canister is the same. If you have removed the safety pin, after removing it, and it starts throwing away the gases and whatever, whoever, and this is to the security officers, just if ikiteleza baada ya kutoa pin, throw it to the ground and only handle it using the club, hizi marungu ambazo security officers use during riot. And I've seen some youths who are believed to be hired walking around. Those are the things now you start handling that. The other thing is, I don't know whether the recruits are taught, the tear gas, the primer, the thing that enters inside has an ajuala covering. Now, if you don't remove the ajuala covering, that is, it's like a gun. If you're using a gun, you can decide either to use a single shot or a blast, isn't it? Now, if you use single shot, there is a place you switch, just like a radio. Or if you want to use a blast, 60 bullets per minute, per second, 60 bullets per second. Now, if you want to use that, or you want to use a single, you do that. Now, with the tear gas, you remove the nylon, the ajuala, and then throw it. When you throw it, it bursts all of a sudden. But the goodness of not removing it is that it dances well, and then goes around. But if you look at the way GNCs were, and there were many, you don't use that one of slow shooting. It's better you leave it so that it fires back. I have seen young boys or young men, when a tear gas canister is thrown to them, they pick it and throw it back to the police. That is stupid. I told you that the tear gas is as red hot I don't know whether you have ever handled, uh, let's say you are cooking and then you want to remove the things from the jiko with your bare hands. That thing is 10 times hotter than that. So getting it and throwing it away, okay, there is that millisecond you get it before it blows. So there is that millisecond that they get and throw it. They call it return to center. There is that millisecond that they have it and whatever. But if you delay in that millisecond and get it a second later, it is as hotter than the jiko. It's like holding a red hot charcoal. So the best way, although as an ex-police officer, I'm not supposed to advise youths that if you're to return it to center, either use your foot, your shoes. You see, if your shoe gets burned, you'll get another shoe. Or if you have a stick like that one people use in crowd control, then you can use that one to go to return it. That, but the attempt of picking it, don't ever try to pick it with your own hands. Or if you're having open shoes, or if you are barefooted or you have light shoes, don't try to use that. Use it because it is a red hot thing. Those are my few points on the riot that happened in that led to the inspector losing both his hands. Uh, we say pole. Uh, things are changed. It's not like my time. My time would just be sacked and go home. But I'm sure the current National Police Service will place him on salary. The only thing is now he'll not get promotion or anything. He'll be placed on salary until he reaches the time when he was supposed to retire. Accident do happen. Accident do happen. When you entered Kiganjo, or the second day after entering Kiganjo, you are told that you have accepted to die. So you can die in any way, anyhow. Remember, other civilians die in ABCD, but then you have additional ways of dying. As a civilian, you can die, and then you have other reasons again, or things like that. But then it has happened. The only thing is we have to train our people, both the rioters and the police officers, so that we don't have such a case in the future. Thank you.